Hello, welcome back to more Let's Play Mario Kart Wii. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. This is my first video using a, what do they call it? Like, I think they used to call it a chain in Audacity. It's basically where you do things to make your voice sound, like, better. Because when you just record out of a mic and don't do anything to it, it sounds like, it doesn't, like, I don't know, capture the... Like, it doesn't capture how you actually sound, you know? Hey, mine got picked. Alright, cool. I mean, that's why, you know, when people go into, like, a studio to record, like, a music album, they always process, like, the shit out of it to make the voice, like, sound better. I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. Like, does it make me sound actually better than how I sound in real life? I don't know. We'll have to find out. But, the video I watched, was actually kind of funny. It was, I think it was called something like how to sound halfway decent with Audacity or something like that. Basically what it is it shows you how to like apply all these enhancements, but you're not like you're not adjusting the settings of the enhancements. So it's one of those things where it's like, well, if you could like tweak it if you like knew what you were doing, but just applying the equalization and the compression or whatever. Oh shit. It's one of those like just doing something is better than not having it, I guess. I don't know. Okay. Boy, while this was loading, I just needed, you know, I was just like, I didn't want to start something that I couldn't, like, finish quickly when the race started. But, I don't know, I checked my Plenty of Fish just a second ago. I'm not on it, like, I'm not, like, active on it. I just do it just when I need a laugh, you know? Because the dating pool of ladies, once you start getting into your 30s, it's kind of starts to, you know, you start kind of feeling like I don't know, like everybody's, I don't know. Well, this is a good example to give you an idea of what I'm talking about. When I fired it up, it was like the first time I checked it in a while, and it's like, great news, we now have this new feature called Top Match. Based on your preferences or whatever, we think that this is someone who you're highly likely to match with. Do you want to check them out? I'm like, okay. So I look at her profile, and she's okay looking. She doesn't have a full body picture, which is always code for they're fat. Not always, but most of the time. They got something going on normally. Otherwise, they would want to show off. You know, like, good-looking women always want to show off their They always want to show off their bodies, so when they're, like, hiding their body, it's like, well, they would, you know, they either have self-esteem issues where they, like, think they're ugly or fat, or they actually are. But, anyway. So this chick's, like, okay-looking, you know? So I read down at her profile, and it says, profession. And, oh, man, I don't think I've ever done that before. Maybe I did. But under profession, it just says Nunya. I was like, fucking really, dude? Go fuck yourself. Oh, I can't believe you're 31. Still looking for a man. It's like you're gonna come off as like snotty like right off the bat. Like, jeez. Nanya. Can you imagine if a dude did that? Oh shit, I'm in first now, aren't I? Oh god damn it. Oh man, hopefully he won't pass me. I don't have any more item boxes to protect myself with. So if he has a red... Actually, if he has a red, I could jump over one of these little thingies here. He ain't gonna catch me. Yeah, too late, bitch! Oh man, out of the scrub zone. Alright, sweet. Oh, I did think it was kind of funny how the dude's name is Anime Sucks. Yeah, I mean, he has an opinion, and he's not ashamed to share it. I mean, in this day and age, there's a lot of people that don't give their opinions because they're like, oh man, if I get branded as offensive, then, yeah, exactly, nothing. Then that person won't like me. It's like, oh, well, that person can just go fuck themselves, right? Okay, let's do... this one. I don't know. I don't want to, like, I just don't want to hold up the room, you know? But can you imagine, like, if a guy did that? If there was, like, a lady and she's like, oh, I want to find me a high-quality man. And she looks under job, it just says Nanya. You'd be like, dude, what the fuck? And then sometimes under profession, they'll just be like, being awesome, tee-hee, or, you know, some shit like that. I'm like, in other words, you don't have a job. Just say you don't have a goddamn job. Just say you're looking for a sugar daddy or whatever. Just be honest. Or they'll just be like, full-time parent. I'm like, but you're single, so how can you be a full-time parent if you're single. It's like, you know, like they're saying, well, it's full-time, so it's like a job. It's like, yeah, but it's not bringing in any money, which means that's going to be 100% my job, which fuck that. You know, want it to be a team effort. Well, it's like, well, we both need to bring some money to the team, you know. Oops. But yeah, I mean, in this day and age, if you ain't got no job, then come on, man. Then you better be freaking gorgeous, you know. See, even shit like that, like, you can't say that. You can't be like, women are not expected. It's like, jeez. You can never say that ladies are, like, expected to do anything, you know. If you say women should clean, oh, you can't say that. You know, women should have sex with their husband. No, you can't say that they shouldn't have to. It's like, okay, well then, why is it okay to say that I have to go out and make all the money? You know, there's like this selective, when it benefits them, then, you know, when it has something to do with them not having to do something, then they're in favor of it. But then when they have to do something, or like earn their keep in any way, they're like, oh no, you can't force me to do anything. That's why I'm single, you know. Like, goddamn, it's so, like, amazing to be single. And sometimes you get, like, grief from other people. It's like, oh, woe is me. All I do is whatever I want, whenever I want, all day, every day. And all I, you know, the only people I answer to are my boss and my landlord. Oh no, I have re-entered the scrub zone. Oh no, I'm not very good at this one. Boy, well, what sucks about this one is that if something, like, screws you over, you have, like, 5 seconds to, like, get back into the race because it's already over, you know. Alright. I'm not sure if that guy's ranking is still gonna, like, count. Like, if I get last, will it still count as that I got 4th out of 5th? That might not hurt my score as much. You know you're not good at a course when that's your train of thought going into it, right? Oh, what was I saying a minute ago? Oh, I was just saying that, like, I noticed that, like, you know, it's generally considered, you know, that, like, men are sort of obligated to, like, protect and provide and be caring to their women, which is all that's fine, but then as soon as you're like, okay, well, what are women obligated to do? Nothing, you know? They can do something if they choose to, like, you know, they can, like, offer sex or offer cooking, but, like, are they expected to? As soon as you start saying that women are expected to, it's just misogyny, woman hater, who hurt you, angry bitter man, you know. It's like, okay, well then, why don't we just not expect both genders to do nothing, you know. You see what I'm saying? You see where I'm going with this? It's perfectly okay to say that men are, like, expected to do X, Y, Z, but as soon as you say that women should do literally anything, they're just like, oh, what, like, oppressor, patriarchy. It's like, okay, well, you can go fuck yourself then. How about that? I'll just be single and keep all my money and do whatever the fuck I want. And you guys can fucking go cry that there's no good men left. Then again, her, like, nickname is M. Jane with, like, numbers on the end. So maybe we would get along. It says, simple things in life are the best. Just why aren't there any men who know that? Actually, men do know that. Vagina is a simple thing. Goddamn. Okay, this is gonna be even worse, by the way. Yeah, I don't know. She didn't really, like, say anything about herself, though. So it's kind of like, if they're not gonna put any effort into, like, filling out their profile... Oh, shit. Oh, man, I totally got thrown off. I don't play Mirror on this, like, hardly ever, man. I totally got, like, mixed up on, like, which direction to go. But it's like, if you're not gonna put any effort into, like, filling out your profile, then, like, how much effort are you gonna put into a relationship, you know? Oh, is I gonna hit? Probably not. Okay, so... Oh, geez. I thought the jump was right there, but it's actually... Yeah. Alright. Okay, I'm not gonna throw a red at this dude. He's got it bad enough with the thundercloud. We'll throw one back at him, though. Oh, we have one more lap? Okay, well, the good news, I guess, is that I'm probably not going to get past. The bad news is that I'm probably not going to get ahead of Wario. Man, he's going so fast. Oh, I did unlock Daisy, by the way. I was just playing some more jams to... Why wasn't I using this? I don't know. I didn't want to get rid of my... Oh my gosh, it was so close. I didn't want to lose my protection. But, yeah, I was just playing some single player just to chip away at getting all the... at beating all the jams and unlock Daisy. I'm not going to use her, though. Every now and then you see a Daisy. And you're just like, ah, yeah, see, trying so hard to be funky. You just want that speed bonus, but you don't quite like the Flame Runner enough. The drift on it's too bad for you, I guess. So like when people use Daisy, they're just like, oh, pff, I'm not using funky. It's not like I'm just using it for the speed bonus. I'm like, yeah, but we all see through your thinly veiled sham of like trying to get an advantage with the speed bonus, but not quite using Funky Kong, just so you have plausible deniability. And yeah, that's actually why I picked. Actually, Peach is like a step down from Daisy, so I have like 2 steps of separation between people thinking that I pick her just for the speed bonus. No, I'm pretty sure if I didn't like her stats, I'm pretty sure I would still use her. I don't know, man. I just can't get over that ass, man. Have I mentioned it in like every episode so far? I think I might have. Oh man. I don't know, man. Me likes. Okay. And look, and I don't even have to censor myself. I don't have to worry about getting elbowed in the ribs by my girlfriend for saying that I like another woman's ass, you know. But yeah, I don't know. Sometimes married dudes give me like a hard time about being single, but it's like, yeah, well, there's no like someone just made up this rule that like if you're not married, you're like inferior in some way. I'm like, who the hell made that up? Like how is? Oh shit! I was gonna cut through the grass, but I lost the thing. I was like, who made up that rule? But people just wanna believe it because they don't wanna, you know, if they acknowledge that being single is like better, it has all these advantages that they no longer have, then it kind of like invalidates like their life choices, and you know, and that's why they get all offended about it whenever I talk about like how amazing it is to be single, you know. Like I know this one guy who like he's like married with a couple of kids and he commutes to work and works long hours and hardly ever gets any sleep. And he works 3rd shift too, and the rest of his family is on 1st shift. And I'm just like, God damn, dude, you're not like, I'm sitting here going like, what advantages like do you have? Like, I don't know. I don't want to lay into him like too hard, but at the same time, I'm just like, you of all people, you would think would keep your mouth shut about me wanting to stay single. But he's actually one of the people that griefs me like the most. Oops. I was anticipating getting a mushroom for some reason. Oh, God damn it. And I'm just like, you realize I could like rip you a new one like so hard, you know. But like, you know, I think a lot of married men are just like jealous actually. So they have to try to find, oh my gosh, well, this in the item boxes right there was not good. Oh man. Okay, well, we'll try again on the next one. Okay, next person. It's like a thin black lady. She's kind of pretty. So I checked her shit out. It says don't, and then her little headline quote or whatever. It's like the first thing. It's the thing that appears like right next to their profile. It says, "Don't ask what I like to do for fun." I'm like, what's that? Take a lot of dick, you know? Riding the old cock carousel. Okay, so we got another mirror. So I'm probably not gonna do very well at this one. I suck at mirror. I hardly ever like play them. Like I just don't have like very much practice on them. Like I still get like mixed up with the directions and stuff. Sort of like I did with Ghost whatchamajam. Ghost Valley that we just did a minute ago. Oh my gosh. Alright. Oh man. I don't think I've ever made this shortcut right there in a mirror. Oh shit, I was about to go for the extra item box. I was like, I don't see anybody, I must be really far behind. I look, I'm in first. I didn't even realize it. Yeah, something must have happened. I guess it's always possible that maybe there's like a hacker that's just like item spamming on everybody and keeping them from getting, you know, keeping them from catching up with me or whatever. Okay. Oh geez. Oh, I could have taken that tighter and avoided that, but oh well. Oh my gosh. Okay, my mini turbo saved me a little bit from that. But yeah, I mean, being single is fucking awesome. But yeah, there's just, you know, people just be like, oh, what? I think what's important is that whether you want to like get in a relationship or get married or have kids or whatever, have a family, versus staying single, there's advantages and disadvantages to both. And then every person just has to decide which set of advantages they want and what they're willing to give up to get those other advantages. You know, it's just it's a personal choice, you know. But for some reason, like, society always pushes people, especially men, into the direction of you should be in a relationship, you know. There's people that are be like, oh, I've been single for 2 years and I'm so sad. I'm like, why? There's so many men that wish they could be single right now. And you've got it, but society told you that you're living your life incorrectly, and it's actually affecting your day-to-day mood. It's like, fuck that, man. Life is too short to be letting society tell you how you should be feeling based on the choices you made in life or whatever deal was handed to you, so to speak. I mean, like, if a person's like too like ugly or something, or is socially awkward or has Asperger's or something, can't get a woman for that reason. It's like, well, that's the hand you were dealt, man. And there's, you know, going after women when it's probably not going to happen. You're better off spending your time like strengthening your strengths and learning what does make you happy. There's so many things in life that you could do that, like, women is just one of them, you know, in terms of like using your time to pursue it. You know, so it's like I choose gaming. Like, I almost said above all else, but I mean, I don't know. I do like, I think, I don't know. I like watching Let's Plays a lot. I like YouTube, but I also like gaming. I actually do significantly less gaming now that I'm a Let's Player, because most of my, most of the gaming that I do is Let's Playing, because anytime, I think I might have said this before, I don't remember, but anytime I'm gaming, I always feel like I get this feeling where it's like, I should be recording. What if something amazing happens? What if I think of something really poignant to say? Or what if I say something funny that I'll forget if it's not recorded, you know? And then like nobody will ever hear it. Or what if I do something entertaining in some way that's not like captured and then it's gone, you know? Yeah, no, I haven't been... I think, is that the second or third race that I haven't cut out because I was talking in between? Yeah, oh well. Okay, this is regular, right? This isn't mirrored? Oh, I actually haven't played this one too many times since the hiatus. Yeah, I guess like, how many times do I have to make the preface that when I say I haven't played this one that much, I mean since I've started playing again. But actually, I'm gonna immediately contradict myself. When I said I didn't play that many mirrors, I mean overall, in total. But like this one I haven't played that much since the hiatus. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, damn it. Let's just use it. Oh man. I think that dude took that corner too sharp, got caught on the corner. Yeah, it sucks. When you like take a corner too sharp and get hit on the, or you get like caught on the thing, you lose all your goddamn speed. Boy, your heart just like sinks. You went down to 0 speed. Oh god damn it! I had a feeling that might hit me. I think I was turning too sharply. How the hell did that go back and still? Did he? It looked like he threw it backwards and it was still homing in on me. Maybe that was lag or something. All right, it's fine. We're still pretty close to first. Everybody's clustered up just a little bit ahead of me, which means that it shouldn't. Like if I get like a gold mush. Oops. Oh come on. Oh, that was terrible. If I get like a gold mush, well now I probably need 2 gold mushes. If I get a gold mush and can avoid hitting something, I can actually get caught back up. Oh, that works too. Where should I use it? I'll use it when the pack looks like they're like about to cut through the grass. Which would be like right... We'll let second place go through. Haha. So then they have to decide, is it better to keep cutting through, or is it better to just take the long road around? God damn. Can't even be mad. That was a green shell that somebody dropped because of that lightning I used. Alright, come on. I just need to not gosh. Oh, god damn it. Yeah, that was my... Oh, I should have slowed down a tiny bit to have that item box hit me. Oh, damn it, boy. I'm effing up, man. I'm losing it. Wait, how the hell am I in 4th? Oh, I guess because there's not that many people. Alright, whatever. How many people did I beat? 1, 2? I feel like for how many mistakes I made, I should have done way worse. I guess they weren't that many mistakes. There were just a bunch of small ones, like all right in a row. Okay, not a big fan of Koopa Cape. But we'll see how it goes. There's only 3 people, so maybe I'll switch. Oh my gosh, another mirror. Yeah, I'm not good at this. I'm not really that good at this one on regular or mirror. I just feel like once you like fall behind, because like half the course is like boosted, then it's like hard to catch up. Oh, damn it. Yeah, I might switch rooms after this one if there's not gonna be more people. Oh my gosh, damn it. How do you get... Oh my gosh. I couldn't decide which way to go, man. Sucks when you get, or when you get behind someone with a triple. I don't think that person in 2nd should get a triple. Maybe triple greens would be fine, but... It's like now I need triple something just to be able to pass them. But yeah, I mean, as I was saying before, I mean, I'll get off this topic at some point eventually, maybe, but... You know, if you're single, don't sell yourself short, man. Being single is pretty goddamn awesome, you know? Like, free time, sleep, like, holy shit. You get to keep all your money, and just, you know, you get to have 100% say in what you spend your money on, you know? And you don't have another person constantly, like, siphoning it from you while you're trying to, you're like, woman, we're trying to save for retirement here. Like, we don't have $5 grand to go to Disney World, jeez. I don't know. Plus, I'm just thinking, like, I'm starting to think, like, long-term, you know? Like, I mean, I'm 35 now. It's like, geez. Like, getting married and having, like, a family, it's like, would just, like, cripple my ability to retire. I would have to work till I'm, like, 100. If I would, you know, it's sort of like, metaphorically, having, like, you know, having, like a family. It's like having, like, a boat anchor around your neck. And then wondering why you can't, like, swim or, like, and wondering why it's so hard to keep your head above water. It's like, it's so hard, like, I mean, I don't know. I guess it's kind of cliche to say, but people are not saving for retirement, like, at all. You know, there's people in their 30s, 40s, 50s that have, like, nothing saved. And it's like, well, like, if, like, these, you know, so many people were, like, not in a position to, like, have a family, and yet they just did it because society said they should. It's like, well, what the hell are you gonna do? You're gonna have to work until you're dead. You know, what kind of a life is that, you know? I mean, I guess you had, I mean, like I said, you had some advantages, but if you don't get to retire, like, comfortably at a relatively young age to where you're still sort of young enough to, like, do some stuff you want to, then it's like, well, then why, you know? Oh my gosh, it was close. How the hell did I pass that guy, by the way? What happened? Did, like, I'm guessing, like, the only way for me to get that far ahead is if the dude's, like, Wiimote batteries died or something. But yeah, you just gotta decide. When it comes to advantages, disadvantages, it's like, well, it's gonna be like 1,000 times harder to retire, but I get this advantage of a family and a companion and stuff, and then you go, or I could do whatever I want, whenever I want, for as long as I want, and not have to answer to anybody, not have a family, as a result, have more money, more time, more sleep, more like, everything that makes life good, you know? Oh, damn it. Oh, Toad Factory, no! God damn it. Yeah, I'm looking at another person, another thin black woman. It says she's a paralegal, and it's like, well, how much money do they make? Nobody knows, because for some mysterious reason, only men have to reveal their income in their profile, and it's like, huh, well, you know, like, do you see where I'm going with this whole? I'm bringing it around town slowly but surely. That there's so many, like, double standards and just wrong information that people just believe, you know. And you're not going to tell me that it's just a coincidence that men have to put their income but women don't, you know. I think have I said this before? I might have said this before. But I think that if men have to reveal their income, I think women should have to reveal their weight, you know. And then they're like, oh, well, that's personal. It's like, well, my income is personal. but I still gotta put that down, you know. But, yeah, where's the equality, man? See, I believe in equality, man. If men have to put their income, why don't women have to put their income? That way they'd have to put, well, because so many of them are, like don't have jobs that they'd feel, like, ashamed or their feelings would be hurt if they had to put 0. Like, what's your income? Zippo, zilcho. They'd be like, well, if... They're like, well, oh, god damn it. You know, a lot of times they'd be like, well, if mothers were paid for the work they did, they'd make like $150 billion a year each. It's like, yeah, well, they're not paid. It's called being an adult. It's like doing what you're supposed to do. It's like, you know, like if someone works at like a nursing home and they have to like feed like the old people and like give them baths and stuff. It's like, well, do you deserve money because you do that stuff to yourself? It's like, no, it's called being a goddamn adult, man. That's such a lame argument. I mean, at the very most, you could be like, it's the same as like a nanny, which makes like what, 30,000 a year or something like that. If you just pay a nanny to take care of your kids and clean the house and stuff. It would be nice to have someone to like do all that shit for you. But one of the disadvantages is that you actually gotta do shit yourself. It's like, yeah, but the money and the sleep and the no drama and the do whatever I want, you know, versus the disadvantage of I have to make my own food and do my own laundry. It's like, oh, and jack my own dick. It's like, oh, boo fucking who. Like, that's a way better trade-off in my opinion. Yeah, I'm the baby in this room, by the way, and also I suck. You know, I'm scrolling through these faces, and there's a lot of people that I can't tell if they're, like, ugly, or if they, like, just don't take good pictures, or if it's, like, not a good picture. Like, there'll be people that are, like, not very pretty, but then they'll have, like, a better picture, and they just chose the worst one to be, like, the one profile pic that you see or whatever, before you decide to look at their profile, then you can look at their other pictures. And yeah, I mean, like, sometimes, like, the lighting is, like, bad, or they'll just take, like, a selfie in the driver's seat of their car. I'm like, goddamn, dude. I mean, actually, I don't really have... Some people think that it's, like... I've actually read women's profiles where they say, if you have any bathroom selfies, then don't message me, because it's, like, they think it's bad. Like, it means you don't have, like, friends that could take your picture for you. It's like, or maybe I respect my friend's time enough to not, like, waste it by being like, here, take a picture of me. Okay, now take 30 more, you know. Yeah, there's a lot of people that will freaking, like, they'll take, like, 30 pictures of themselves and then pick the one picture that makes them look the best out of the 30, but then they gotta walk around in real life looking like the other 29. It's like, look, just because you found, like, the perfect angle, like, once doesn't mean you're hot, you know? Okay. Yeah, I decided to switch to Birdo. I don't know why. I've only used Birdo a couple of times. I'm pretty sure that his or whatever stats are actually pretty not good. Is it like the second worst medium character besides Bowser Jr., I think? I could be wrong. It depends on how much weight you put on each of the stats, but I'm pretty sure... Actually, I'm pretty sure Yoshi's are, like, bad, too. I mean, Yoshi's got, like, high off-road, but the off-road stat doesn't make that much of a difference. Like I said in the other episode, you can either go through the... You can either cut through the grass for the shortcut, or you can't. You know, Yoshi on a mock bike is... Excuse me, is not enough to cut through the grass without losing your spark, your blue turbo spark or whatever. So it's actually like not worth it. So the only way that an off-road stat would be useful is if you were anticipating going off the road a lot. Well, I'm actually in second. Out of how many? Were there 5 people in this room? It's a big difference between, I'm pretty sure the last one, Toad's Factory, I'm pretty sure I just stayed, I was in like last place like the whole time, I think, right? Like I didn't really like see anybody. I wasn't like fighting anybody for a higher place. Yeah, the bitch passed me at the last second, but whatever. Yeah, I just looked at somebody else's profile. Apparently, when you go to like set your preferences, you can set like an age range. Like I'm 35, so like you can be like, I want someone between 24 and 28 or whatever. For some reason, sometimes it like goes out of that range like a little bit, you know, just like pushing the boundaries, because you never know where you can find love outside of your age range or whatever. But it just showed like this person, it showed me was 37, and I'm just like, plenty of fish. Goddamn, dude. Like, don't fucking ask me what age I prefer and then show me 37-year-old women, you know? Come on, man. And nothing against 37-year-olds, but, you know, like, you'd have to be a pretty low, I don't know, it's kind of rude to say, but most, I mean, we'll just be nicer and we'll say most men prefer younger women that are younger than them. A lot of people won't even, like, admit it, but then, like, you know, if you ask, like, a married couple, they're like, no, I didn't like him. I didn't choose my husband because he's older than me, but he is older than me, you know. It's like, well, maybe you just, maybe it was, like, subconscious, you just preferred it or whatever, without realizing it, I don't know. Okay. But, yeah, like, they say that, like, oh, no, age doesn't matter. Yeah, like, I'm like, yeah, but 90, what? I mean, like, what's the percent? I wouldn't surprise me if it was, like, 90% of the time, like, the woman's, like, younger than the dude. That's just, like, the way it is. But then if you say that you prefer younger women, they're like, oh, well, she has the beautiful soul, so how dare you, misogynist, have preferences. Dating preferences are bigotry. I'm like, oh, well. So are you, like, a man-hater if you prefer guys that have a job, you know? Come on, man. Again, it's just the double standard that only applies to men. Only men have to accept women for who they are, you know? If they're like a 400-pound land whale, and you're like, you know what, I prefer thin women. They're like, oh, she has the beautiful soul. And then you're like, hey, will you date me? I'm homeless. And you're like, no, you're a loser. You're homeless. You're a bum. Fuck you. Yeah, but what about his beautiful soul, you know? So yeah, I mean, it's a fact of life that men and women judge who they want based on the status of that person or whatever, you know. But it seems to only go in one direction. Okay, this is not good, by the way. Oh, you want to squash me? No? Alright. Hey, that's actually good for me. I was about to say, dude, I went like way out of my way to not get hit. Oh, goddamn. Alright. Cool, I guess. Alright. Alright, piece of cake. How many races is this? Let's do one more. Okay, here's a decently pretty 29-year-old. Her picture, she's on a horse, which that's not good because I'm kind of indoorsy. So if she likes horses, that means she's outdoorsy and possibly will try to get me to buy her a horse, or, you know, who fucking knows. Yeah, a lot of the pictures, like, they're trying to show that they're, like, fun and adventurous and stuff. But it's like, that just means, like, all that stuff, like, costs money. And, like, a lot of times guys are like, yeah, but who's gonna end up paying for all that shit, you know? They're like, oh, here's a picture of you in front of the pyramids and then in front of the Eiffel Tower. You know, it's like, well, all those trips are very expensive, so you want to come off as... I think what's important, what I think women totally miss when they make their profiles, is that you need to... I mean, I don't want to say you need to do anything, but to give yourself the best chance, you need to come across as that you're not going to cost the dude a lot of money. Because that's what guys... That's the equation that guys are doing in their heads when they're deciding about a woman. They'll say, like, okay, like, first of all, how good does she look? You know, is she a single mother? You know, that's a, you know, fuck that, you know. And, how much is she gonna cost me? And if she likes to go on vacations, if she puts under your interest, if you're like, oh, I want to travel the world, I'm like, you're not gonna do that with my money, bitch. You know, come on, man. You need to say that, like, I mean, I don't know. Say that you like board games or, you know, shit that's cheap. But, I guess I did have a second to think about what I was going to say a minute ago that I, like, stopped myself. I didn't want to say it, but I guess, like, the nicer way to say it is that, generally speaking, men that are, like, not as attractive physically or don't have as good of social skills or, like, don't have very much money, those are usually the ones that'll go after, like, an older chick. Or the people that like to go after cougars. A lot of times cougars are like, oh, yeah, I still got it. Look at all these young men that want me. And, like, no, they're practicing on you. And then when they get into their 30s and they've built up their money and social status, now they're going to trade you in for the newer model, you know. I'm not sure how many women are, like, actually aware that that's what's happening, but... I mean, it could just be that they just like the attention and they don't care if they're gonna stick with them or not, you know. Oh, you bitch. Oh, I think that was an accidental hit. But still came at a bad time. And there's no... It's hard to catch up on this track, too. And then plus her, like, head was kind of shaped weird. Like, I don't know, I'm not, like, super picky in the looks department, but if there's, like, something that is just like, whoa, that's kind of weird, you know? Like, she doesn't have a good height to width ratio on her head. Her head is, like, too, like, tall and long, kind of, I don't know. I mean, I know I'm not the prettiest dude in the world, but... Oh, my gosh. Oh, I almost fell off right there. Basically, if you hit that guardrail, it basically, like, bounces you, like, off the track. I was able to slow down enough to where the impact didn't knock me that far. Alright, come on, here we go. But I guess, yeah, just to wrap up, I mean, I don't know. It's one of those things where it kind of proves my point. Like, a lot of the stuff that I said might have been viewed as, like, hateful or misogynistic. It's like, well, why, though? It's actually not. It's just that we've been, like, conditioned where if you criticize, like, anything about women, it just means you hate them. And it's like, well, you know, why is that? Like, who made up that rule? But everybody kind of, like, if you say anything where you're, like, criticizing women's, like, poor behavior, for example, then everybody kind of, like, pulls back. Like, you just said the moon is made out of cheese or something. I'm like, no, I'm just saying that, you know, that I think, like, poor decisions and bad behavior and rampant bad behavior should be called out on everybody, you know, men and women and everything in between. But for some reason, if you do it to women, then you just hate them. It's like, well, I really don't. You just inferred that based on criticism, and criticism doesn't mean that you hate something. Jeepers. But anyway, that's gonna do it for this episode. Yeah, I mean, what was my score? I think I was above 6,000, wasn't I? I think I gained a little bit. I'm not gonna keep track. I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, like, oh, I lost points this session or whatever, or yay, I gained. You know, like, I don't really let the score determine my emotions about, like, how I feel. Like, my mood's not gonna go up when I gain or down when I lose, because why would I let a game dictate how I feel? Because it's just a game, and it doesn't have any, like, power over me, you know. I guess if I get, like, frustrated, then it does. The game made me angry or frustrated, and then in that moment, I guess it does. But I mean, overall, I mean, if I get frustrated at a game, I'm just frustrated, but I don't, like, carry that throughout my day or my life or anything. But anyway, I'll stop now, and that's gonna do it for this episode. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.